Vert had been on a trading mission when his nav computer detected a distress beacon coming from a small area of space, rarely frequented by anyone. Following the ethics code of the Alliance, he changed course to help rescue the poor soul, who had no doubt been trapped for a while now. Arriving in orbit over the desolate moon, Vert was shocked that anyone could survive on this rock. He half suspected that it was an automatic distress beacon that had yet to be shut off, but protocol dictated he had to confirm and respond to any beacon he detected. Locking his main ship in geostationary orbit, he descended in a shuttle towards the source. What he found shocked him. It was a human exploratory ship. These were missions the insane human race sent out. Countless ships with a few individuals, all with the express purpose of mapping and discovering worlds. For most species, this idea alone is absurd. The dangers of the galaxy were many. To face them willingly was simply unheard of in the pre-human days. Landing on the surface, Vert readied his envirosuit and set off towards the twisted remains that had once been a ship, finding little to no signs of life or survivors as he went, until he reached just outside the airlock. There he found two piles of rocks with a T-shaped beam of metal placed at the head of each pile. Graves, Vert muttered to himself. Typically, there are 3 humans per vessel, so the last human must still be alive, his onboard AI suggested. Or no one was around to bury him, Vert replied back. Reaching out his hand, he pressed the open sequence of the door. The door began opening with a loud hiss, allowing him to enter the ship's remains. This was good. It meant there was still a seal and atmosphere inside. However, what he found boggled his mind. It was a well-kept and clean hab unit. Rather luxurious given their role, but sitting at the table were a pair of envirosuits propped up in chairs. On the face shields of each helmet were strange decorations. A round object with a white background, contained in the transparent plastic shell, and a black bead within. What concerned Vert more and more was the number of objects these things had been stuck to in pairs. In the kitchen area, a few cans all had pairs. The little vacuum robot had a large pair. He could only wonder what was going on here. Was this some kind of human grieving ritual? In his shock, he had accidentally knocked over a stack of cans and made a loud clatter. He could feel his pulse already quicken in terror. This is like those horror movies that humans like to make. How a race could enjoy fear was beyond him. But he, above all, did not want to be living inside one of those tales. "Hang on, Sparky, I know I slept in," a groaning voice said from within one of the side rooms. Staggering out was an unkempt human with a waist-length beard and hair frazzled and untamed. With bleary eyes, he looked at Vert in frozen shock. Vert raised his defense gun just in case. The human, though, slowly approached Vert with eyes narrowed in suspicion. "You real?" he asked. Vert was confused at first but nodded. "Last ghost said they were real. How do I know you aren't lying like the last one?" he demanded, still approaching. I don't know how to answer that if I'm honest," Vert admitted. "I know. Right, Mike? Physical contact would decide this," the human said, turning to one of the seated envirosuits. The human reached out slowly and brushed his hand against Vert's visor. Then his eyes widened in surprise. "Wait!" The human began vigorously patting him every which way, only stopping when tears started welling up in his eyes. "Oh, thank God! Mike, Sheila, Sparky, we're going home!" he cheered, as he rushed up to the 2 suits and hugged each one, before lightly patting the vacuum robot. "My name is Vert. What is your name, human?" Vert asked. Sorry, these guys, but my name is Harry," Harry answered with a smile. "How long have you been here, Harry?" Vert asked. "What's the date?" Harry asked in reply. "Galactic year 789-26-541. "Then 3 years," Harry answered, to an extremely shocked Vert. He had read humans were an intensely social species, and struggled to survive without other beings to bond with. "How did you survive?" Vert asked. "We had a survival pack. I thank God Mike added the essential packet before he left," Harry replied. "What is that?" Vert asked, curious. "A big old bag of googly eyes," Harry replied, holding up a bag with the decorations that were stuck to numerous items. "We tend to go really crazy without someone to talk to," Harry explained. "Having someone with eyes can help us greatly," he added, gesturing around him. "If it weren't for these extra friends, we 3 would have gone completely mad," Harry said, laughing in a somewhat unhinged manner. "Now, just help me with Mike and Sheila. I can get off this rock," Harry said, lifting up one of the empty suits with googly eyes in the visor.